Greetings. I'm Pittsburgh Pirates President Frank Coonley, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to the 2018 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Baseball and softball teach our young people so many wonderful things, like teamwork, sportsmanship, and determination. These are all values that will serve them well in their lives away from the baseball diamond. The Pittsburgh Pirates are committed to helping young people develop a deep appreciation for this great game of baseball and to pass that love on to their children. Pony League Baseball is played across our great country and around the globe. Here in Washington, Pennsylvania, you will see the best of the best in youth baseball. As you watch these talented young people play our national pastime, please make sure that you can see the joy that this great game brings to those who play it. The Pittsburgh Pirates are excited to help bring this joy to you through our partnership with the Pony League. On behalf of our entire organization, good luck to all of the teams, and we hope that everyone has a blast at the 67th Pony League World Series.
Welcome to continuing coverage of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series from Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania. It's time to play ball. Now, let's meet the two teams ready to play. Here's public address announcer Bob Gray.
And Tijuana, Mexico, the home team in this game. Let's meet the lineups for both, starting with Brownsville, Texas. Leading off and playing right field, number 7, Rudy Gonzalez. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Juan Rivera. Batting third and playing third base, number 13, Jose Gutierrez. Batting fourth and catching, number 29, Luis Valderas. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 17, Christopher Sauceda. Batting sixth and pitching, number 4, Damian Cortez. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 42, Hugo Cantu Jr. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 8, Jorge Alvarado. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 3, Kyle Pruneda. Number 6, Adrian Garcia. Number 34, Justin Duran. Number 54, Annie Rivera. Coach Hugo Cantu. Coach Cesar Rivera. And the manager, Juan Carlos Alvarado. South Zone champion, Brownsville, Texas. And now the Mexico champion, Tijuana, Baja California. Leading off and pitching, number 21, Manuel Estrada Jr. Batting second, the shortstop, number 23, Roberto Cardona. Batting third and playing right field, number 10, Alberto Mendoza. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 19, Ernesto Lopez. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 13, Ivan Rodriguez. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 28, Hector Martinez. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 47, David Gomez Jr. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 18, Miguel Sepulveda. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 25, Isaac Barriga. Number 4, Ian Zamarapa. Number 30, Ruben Ortiz. Number 34, Aldrich Leon. Number 35, Juan Valenzuela. Coach Juan Carlos Rojas. Coach Manuel Estrada. And the manager, David Gomez. Umpiring at home plate, Vladimir Richter. At first base, Ron Ross. Second base, Joe Weir. And at third base, Mark Fisher. Decisions Committee, Terry Faust, Tom O'Connor, and Dick Witt.
Let's head upstairs now to the gentleman who will be calling the action. Here's Mark Uriah and Nate Rigatti.
When you're young, you can play all day. Certainly we did it, but we didn't have the kind of stakes that these kids are facing here. But what's at stake certainly drives you as well. So you'll get a little extra adrenaline to carry you through. As you mentioned, one of these teams, Mexico, could play 3 games today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As Mexico takes the field, taking a look at the dimensions, 54 feet to the pitcher's mound behind there, and then out to left field, 250 to the poles, 305 feet to center field here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Getting the start on the mound today for Mexico will be Manuel Estrada. We have not seen him on the mound for Mexico yet. And taking a look at the starting lineup for Texas at the plate, leading off playing right field, Rudy Gonzalez. The shortstop, Juan Rivera, bats second. Third baseman, Jose Gutierrez, will bat third. In the cleanup spot for Texas, the catcher, Luis Balderas. Batting fifth at first base, Christopher Sauceda. The pitcher, Damian Cortez, bats sixth. Batting seventh in center field, Hugo Cantu. The second baseman, Jorge Alvarado, bats eighth, and rounding out the Texas lineup is left fielder Kyle Pruneda.
A little bit overcast here right now, but some breaks in the clouds. But the good news is, I know we had just a minor shower earlier today, but so far so good.
Yeah, there's been weather out there. The field looks great. And taking a look at the defense for Mexico, mentioned Estrada on the bump. Ernesto Lopez behind the dish. Rodriguez there at third. Roberto Cardona is at shortstop. Isaac Barriga at second. And at first, it's Miguel Sepulveda. In the outfield from left to right, David Gomez, Hector Martinez, and Alberto Mendoza.
Leading off the Brownsville first will be the right fielder.
Just about ready to go here. Estrada, the right-hander, ready to face Rudy Gomez, game number 14 of this year's Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Gonzalez 7 for 13 in the series with an RBI. First pitch, tapped foul, third base side. Gonzalez has scored 6 runs in the series.
Mark, you were mentioning weather earlier, and just saw on the telecast that the weather right now 78 degrees for first pitch. On my way here about 2 hours ago, it was an absolute downpour, so the weather has stayed away from Lou Hayes Pony Field, and we're hoping it stays that way for the rest of the day.
One strike pitch, chopped to the left side, played in the hole by Cardona, but he drops it, cannot find it, and Gonzalez is safe at first.
Had to slide to his right there to try to field that one and drop down to his knee to get in front of it so it didn't get past him. Bouncer to the left side, and as he dropped down to his knee, he tried to come up with it, and it didn't stay in the glove.
Cardona charged with an error. Juan Rivera, the batter, left-handed hitter. He swings at the first pitch, hits it to Cardona. Again at short, goes to second for one, throw to first, not going to be in time. But Mexico manages to get the lead runner.
That one hit too slowly, I think, for Cardona to try to turn two there with Barriga. Left-handed batter Rivera bouncing that one. Good turn there by Barriga, just Rivera too fast and is on board with the fielder's choice at first.
Jose Gutierrez, the batter. And a throw over gets away, and heading for second base is Rivera. So a couple of errors here already. Now Gutierrez with a runner in scoring position. One out here in the first. Takes outside for a ball. Gutierrez in the series, 6 for 12. 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. He's also scored 4 times. 1-0 pitch. Slow roller, third base side. Rodriguez has to charge and doesn't have a play now. Catches the runner Rivera off of second base. Get him in a run down here and get the out. Tagged by the pitcher Estrada, now taking off and getting to second base. Alert play by Gutierrez. He'll be there with 2 outs.
Well, I like that play by Rodriguez there. He fields the ball at third. A pump fake over to first, waiting for Rivera to take off. See it here on your screen. Is charging in as Rodriguez. He pumps it, and taking off for third was Rivera, and they're able to get him in a run down there and tag him out. They nearly had Gutierrez taking second.
Play went 5-4-1. So now Luis Balderas will bat. Balderas, excuse me. Right-handed hitter. First pitch to him. Takes a curveball. Stays up high. Balderas in the series, 4 for 8. 2 home runs, 2 runs driven in. He's also scored 4 times. 1-0 pitch, check swing on a pitch that was up and in. They will peel, but no swing, according to first base umpire Ron Ross.
He thought about it. It was high and in.
Mexico trying to survive a couple of errors here in the top of the first. Estrada with the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball, called strike.
Good pitch there from Estrada. Shaky first inning here for Mexico on defense. Estrada has yet to get in a groove.
The right-hander for Mexico with the 2-1 pitch. Missed inside. Balderas turned away from it, almost clipped his jersey. Three balls, 1 strike. Estrada with the stretch and the pitch. Fastball outside part of the plate for a called strike.
Second game of the day for Mexico when just catching the outside corner.
Two outs. Gutierrez, the runner at second for Brownsville, Texas, here in the top of the first inning. Winner comes back tonight at 7 against Long Beach.
Long Beach beat Mexico earlier this morning, 8-2, to put Mexico here in this elimination game against Brownsville, Texas.
3-2 pitch, hit on the ground to short, and handled by Cardona. Throw to first, and that will end the inning. A couple of errors, and 1 left on after half an inning. Brownsville, Texas, nothing. Tijuana, Mexico coming to bat here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
As a mother of 3, I've seen the positive impact sports have on kids. At Dick's Sporting Goods, we believe everyone should have the chance to play. And if cost ever gets in the way, that goes against everything we believe. If you find a lower price from a competitor, we'll match it with our best price guarantee. Because it's not enough to offer you the best gear. We need to offer it at the best price.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, and by the Observer Publishing.
Back here at Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington Park. Pony League World Series, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, a family affair for now in its 67th season. Great to welcome the world here to Washington, PA.
Taking a look at the starting lineup for the team from Mexico. Leading off, the pitcher, Manuel Estrada. Batting second and shortstop, Roberto Cardona. Batting third in right field, Alberto Mendoza. And in the cleanup spot, it's the catcher, Ernesto Lopez. Ivan Rodriguez bats fifth. He'll play third base. In center field and batting sixth is Hector Martinez. David Gomez bats seventh. He'll play left. Batting eighth at first base, Miguel Sepulveda. And batting ninth at second is Isaac Barriga.
Pitcher Damian Cortez for Brownsville has pitched 2 innings in the series. No record and no runs, no hits. He struck out 3. Hasn't walked a batter.
Pretty good for 2 innings of work. You see Cortez on the mound. Balderas behind home plate. Jose Gutierrez at third. Juan Rivera at shortstop for Texas. At second base, it's Jorge Alvarado. And Christopher Sauceda is at first. In the outfield, Kyle Perneda in left. In center, Hugo Cantu. And Rudy Gonzalez is in right field.
Manuel Estrada, the pitcher, to lead it off here in the bottom of the first for Mexico. First pitch downstairs from Cortez.
These two teams played earlier in this series, Mark. You and I were talking earlier. One of the better games that we've seen. It went 7 innings, 3-1 win for Mexico in that one.
Estrada 1 for 6 in the series. And that ball is ripped but fouled over the fence down the left field line. Yeah, for, in my opinion, the best game that we've seen so far in this series. Very well played by both teams, well pitched, well played on defense. Cortez with the 1-1, curveball popped up, shallow left field. 3 players converge, and it is the shortstop, Juan Rivera, who makes the catch.
Good job by Rivera to call for that one. You had Gutierrez going back from third, Perneda coming in from left field. It was Rivera that called everybody off.
Roberto Cardona, the batter. Right-handed hitter. First pitch from Cortez. Backed Cardona off the plate, but caught the inside corner for a strike. Cardona 3 for 7 in the series.
Might have been a little inside. Cardona wasn't happy about the call.
Cortez with a 1-strike pitch. Cardona hits a slow roller that will go foul and tries to come back in. His smart play by Cortez. Once he was sure it was in foul territory to grab it and make sure it didn't come back into fair territory.
Yeah, he was waiting for that one to go to the right of that line. It trickled down there, and he just waited for Cardona to get past him, and here he's up and grabs it in foul territory.
Well, it was fair, and then it went foul, then it looked like it hit something that kicked it back toward the line, but never quite made it back into fair territory. And at that point, even if it does come back into fair territory, you're not going to get it out, so grab it right away while it's still foul. Swing and a miss, pitch up and out of the zone. Cardona could not resist it. 2 down in the inning.
First strikeout of the game for Cortez as Cardona chased that one high and away.
Alberto Mendoza, the batter. Right fielder for Mexico. Mendoza 3 for 7 in the series, a homer and 2 runs batted in. 2 down, bases empty, scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. Cortez with the pitch, swing and a miss. Again, all 5-inning games today because of the compressed schedule. If we get them all in today, then we're back to regulation 7-inning games tomorrow, regardless of how many we play. Roller to short, Rivera has to charge it, throws to first in plenty of time to get Mendoza, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first. We've played one. Tijuana, Mexico. Brownsville, Texas, scoreless here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Come on down to the fair, the Washington County Agricultural Fair, August 11th through 18th. We have everything you're looking for and more. Animals, music, food, monster trucks, school bus demolition derby, and more. Stop on down, get a taste of the county, and have a blast. But the party just starts here. We have something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Why don't you make a weekend of it? Plan your stay today at visitwashingtoncountypa.com and see what you've been missing.
We have over 65,000 people coming through 12 access points.
Imagine if you could change the world.
I do, every day.
Imagine the world in your hands. Innovative education for innovative minds.
Imagine from Cal U to protecting the homeland.
Your destiny starts here. California University of Pennsylvania.
Through the years, some of the all-time greats in Major League Baseball have taken part in the Pony League World Series. Paul Wainer, Don Zimmer, Tommy Lasorda, legendary names in the game of baseball, have all been involved as a Pony League championship has been decided. Great memories for all of those involved through many, many years of play.
The early years. of pony baseball here in Washington and the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Christopher Sauceda rolls one to the left side of the infield. Rodriguez, the third baseman, picks it up. Slight bobble. Was going to be a tough play even if he fielded it cleanly.
That's 5 ground balls hit to the left side by Texas. That one was bounced high and then kind of died in the grass. Rodriguez charged in, just a slight bobble when he grabbed it, and it wasn't enough to get a throw off. He knew that Sauceda had him beat.
It's a base hit. Damian Cortez, the batter. Cortez takes a fastball on the inside edge.
Those early years are fun to see. First ever World Series back in 1952, and it was a team from Texas that won it.
Cortez 5 for 12 in the series, swings and misses there, no balls, 2 strikes.
Since then, though, Texas has only won 4 total Pony League World Series. Mexico has just 1.
Sauceda, the runner at first. 2 strikes on Damian Cortez, facing his mound opponent, Manuel Estrada. Comebacker to Estrada. He'll go to second for 1. Cardona, little trouble there. Able to get the throw over to first in time for the double play.
Man, Cardona slipped at second as he tried to turn it and move his body around to try to throw that over to first base. He slipped and almost did a split right over top of the bag. Got his footing, able to get it to first for the double play. Nice job there by Cardona.
Hugo Cantu, the batter, center fielder. And left-handed batter. First pitch from Estrada, misses outside. Cantu 3 for 9 in the series, 3 runs driven in. Estrada with the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back and out of play.
Cantu, a Derek Jeter fan. Miss seeing him on the baseball field.
One ball, 1 strike. Estrada's curveball stays high and outside. No score here, top of the second. Brownsville, Texas and Tijuana, Mexico. Winner comes back tonight at 7 to face Long Beach. 2-1 pitch. Grounded to the hole at short. Cardona again bobbles it, picks it up. Throw will not be in time, then he throws it away. Cantu going to be able to get to second base. And he's in there safely.
Well, he had that little bobble there. He probably should have just hung on to it. He's going to be charged with an error as Cardona at shortstop. He had to move a little bit to his right. It came up on him, went off the heel of the glove. He gathered it and threw it, and he didn't really have a throw there. As Cantu beat it out, he rushed that throw and threw it wide of the bag, and that allowed Cantu to take second, and we're going to have an injury timeout here.
That's Cardona, I think, shaken up. That play earlier, Nate, where he had on the double play where his foot slipped out from underneath, and now here.
It's the 3rd error of the game already charged to Mexico, just in the top of the second. Looks like he's going to stay in, gets a good fist bump there from Cantu at second as they smile, share a laugh.
Well, looks like he's okay. Well, maybe not 100%, but
enough to stay in. It's the Pony League World Series, Mark. You can't come out now. You got to brush that off. This is an elimination game. Loser goes home. Cardona's going to tough it out.
Jorge Alvarado, the batter. Cantu, the runner at second with 2 outs. First pitch skied left side, right side of the infield. And second baseman Barriga makes the catch, and that will retire the side. An error and a runner left on, along with a base hit that was erased on a double play after an inning and a half. Brownsville, Texas, and Tijuana, Mexico scoreless here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
I tell my patients often, in orthopedics, you don't want to be an interesting case, but if you are, you want to get your care right here. With foot and ankle surgery, the goal is really to get people back moving. And most importantly, I want to get you back permanently, not just once and then all of a sudden you're injured again. UPMC has a comprehensive care delivery model across the entire treatment span, from rehabilitation all the way through rehab. We have everything the patient would need to get better. My name is Dr. McAllis Hogan, and I choose to practice orthopedic surgery at UPMC.
Sheets, feel the love.
Bottom of the second inning, no score, and again, these are 5-inning ball games, so to take over for the middle portion of this game, here's Nate Rigotti.
Thanks so much, Mark. Head to the bottom of the second. Ernesto Lopez, Ivan Rodriguez, and Hector Martinez coming to the plate here for Mexico. Lopez stands in, right-handed batter facing Cortez. First pitch to him, fouled away and out of play down the first baseline. Lopez still looking for his first hit in the Pony League World Series, 0 for 4 in 6 plate appearances over 2 games for Mexico thus far. He's walked twice and struck out twice as well. The 0-1 pitch is a ball that's low, fired to Lopez, evens up the count at 1-1. And this is an elimination game. Winner of this one will take on Long Beach, California later on tonight. Long Beach would win. It would punch its ticket to the championship game. Is now stroked into center field. That ball is off the glove of Hugo Cantu. Lopez rounds first. He's heading in for second. Here comes the throw, and he's safe. Nearly tagged out. But Lopez will start this inning off aboard at second.
Cantu upset with himself that he didn't make that catch, but it would have been a spectacular play. Had to jump up in the air while trying to chase it down in deep center field, and very nearly got Lopez on the throw to second base.
He almost had the catch too, just off the glove. They will rule that a hit for Ernesto Lopez.
Third baseman number 13, Ivan Rodriguez.
Ivan Rodriguez now will bat for Mexico. Still a scoreless ball game. Bottom of the second. Rodriguez looks at a ball outside. Rodriguez 0 for 2 at the plate. The 1-0 delivery from the stretch is Cortez. Ball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. That would have been a highlight reel catch, I think, for Cantu if he makes that.
No question.
He had to turn back, look over his shoulder. It's a beautiful attempt. Rodriguez taking his time, gets his sign from his third base coach. 2 balls, no strikes, the count here. Cortez delivers, and it's a ball outside. 3-0 the count. Now to Rodriguez, batting in the 5 spot for Mexico. Pitch down the middle. Cortez not walking him on 4 pitches there. And Rodriguez take all the way. Three-one pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cortez makes it a full count now.
Rodriguez Took the big swing there, but came up empty. Just 3 plate appearances for him in the series, officially 0 for 2 plus a walk.
Just swung right underneath that one. Payoff pitch now. Ball 4, just missing, was Cortez. Runners at first and second base now for Mexico. Nobody out in a scoreless ball game in the bottom of the second. Nice little bat flip there from Rodriguez.
We'll get a mound visit here.
Now, we talked earlier, Mark, about how the pitch count rules have changed in Pony League and how many days rest and everything that you need. This has got to be tough for these teams playing multiple games in a day now because of the rainouts and everything that we've had. You see, if you pitch less than 20, you don't need any rest. 21 to 35, you just need a day. 2 days if you pitch 36 to 50. 3 days between 51 and 65, and if you go over 66, you need 4 days of rest. Tijuana, Mexico. It's been a long trip for them to get here to Washington, Pennsylvania. Almost 2,400 miles from Mexico to Washington, where they're based.
I know a number of years ago, we had a team from Mexico come here. I think came the entire way by bus with no air conditioning.
Oh my goodness. I can't drive here without air conditioning from my house 30 minutes away. Got him, throw down to second base. Beautiful throw from Balderas from behind the dish. And that will retire Lopez at second. Lopez got a jump, put the brakes on, hurried back, and beautiful tag to get him back, to get him out diving back to the bag.
We throw in a good spot, too, to the third base side of second so that the shortstop Rivera was right there to field it and put the tag on.
Breaking ball now delivered to Martinez.
That throws to the other side of the bag. There's a chance that Lopez gets back in.
1 ball, 1 strike the count now to Hector Martinez. 1 out with Rodriguez at first base now. 1-1 delivery. Martinez grounds this one up the middle, diving forward is Rivera. He'll get the force out at second, and the throw to first, trying to turn 2. There was Alvarado that will roll to the fence, but Martinez will hold there at first base. It does get the lead runner Rodriguez out. 2 outs in the inning. Martinez at first for Mexico.
Another nice play here by Rivera. A little awkward kind of backhanded flip after he had to dive to get this ball.
Was a beautiful play. That one was just to the left of the mound.
That's nowhere near as easy as it looked with that little backhand, underhand kind of flip. You just don't really practice that. That throw could easily have gone awry.
So 2 down now in the inning. Martinez at first. David Gomez at the plate, swings at a breaking ball and fouls it away. Gomez had a tremendous performance on the mound for Mexico the first 2 times, or the first time these teams met. Gomez went 7 innings, allowed just 1 run on 9 hits. This was the first pitcher we saw go a complete game with those new pitch count rules. Gomez defensively now playing left field today. 0-1 pitch. He looks at strike 2. And when just catching the outside corner, maybe. Good frame there from Balderas. Cortez from the stretch. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, fly ball into left center field, ranging over his Cantu, and he'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. A hit, a walk, a pickoff, 1 left on. We've played 2 here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Mexico and Texas scoreless here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everyone for coming and sharing this time with the family here this afternoon.
Stay strong. See you at the field. You want to finish? Go finish for him. Go finish for your grandfather right now. Yes, sir. Everybody with him? Yes, sir.
They play in all corners of the world. Boys and girls each learning the true value that only teamwork, competition, and sportsmanship can provide. Each year, more than 500,000 participants of all ages proudly represent Pony on baseball and softball diamonds of all sizes. Everyone deserves a chance to learn and play the game. They're our players today. They'll be our leaders in the future. Pony, making a difference in your neighborhood and all over our world.
Plenty to do in Washington County, including the Meadows Casino and Racetrack Hotel, slots, table games, and a whole lot more, plus great shopping. Washington County, home to Pony Baseball and Softball World Headquarters.
Young kids enjoying themselves here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series in Washington Park. Saw a really cool post on Facebook the other night from some local folks. First pitch to Praneda to lead off the inning is a bouncer to the right side, scooped up by Barriga for the first out of the inning. There's a town not too far away from here, Mark. Of course, those listening on WJP would know Brownsville, Pennsylvania. And there was a group of young girls that came from Brownsville, and they all ended up rooting for Brownsville, Texas, because it was their hometown. It's not same name as their hometown. They came and they had little signs up. It was really cool. Back to the top of the order now for Texas. Strike to Gonzalez.
Boy, Estrada with a big-time pause right in the middle of the motion there. I had not noticed him doing that on previous pitches.
Estrada again delivers, and a called strike 2 on the outer edge to Gonzalez.
That time it was very smooth. I don't know if you saw that first pitch, Nate, but if there was a reason, some indecision or something that made him take that lengthy pause during the leg kick.
There it is there, 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away down the right field line. This one will drop out of play. There was a small hitch right there, wasn't there?
Well, that one was not quite, that pause was not as long as it was on the first pitch that I noticed it, but the second one, there was no pause at all.
Estrada on the mound ahead in the count, 0-2.
I know one thing coaches like to do with pitchers is to get them into a motion that they can repeat over and over and over, and you get more consistency with your pitches that way, at least in theory.
0-2 pitch, ground ball past a diving Cardona at shortstop. That is a one-out single for Rudy Gonzalez in Brownsville, Texas.
Number 2, Juan Rivera.
Just ripped right through the hole there by Gonzalez.
Good diving attempt there from Cardona, couldn't get to it. Brings up Juan Rivera. From the stretch now is Estrada, and taking off for second is Gonzalez. Throw down and diving in safely is Gonzalez. Throw was there. I think Gonzalez may have had beaten out, though the ball wasn't caught cleanly. Yeah, he would have been under that tag. A little break in the action, though, because Gonzalez slow to get up. Going to have his right arm checked out. Coach runs over to make sure he's okay. Tap on the head from the umpire.
Couldn't really see, maybe get a little brush burn there with that head first slide. She's enjoying herself.
Oh, she's having a good time.
And why not?
1-0 pitch. Check swing. Appeal down to the third base umpire. And Mark Fisher says that Rivera did not go around. That was close. 2 balls, no strikes, the count out of the batter. Runner at second with just 1 out here for Texas, and taking off without a throw is Gonzalez for third. Lopez didn't even realize, I think he was taking off. Nobody covering, nobody holding him on, and
well, you could hear the dugout for for Brownsville saying, first you'd hear him say he doesn't pick off, and then you could hear nobody home, nobody home. That's telling the runner that the infielders aren't keeping him close.
Rivera with the bunt, trying the squeeze play. Now running back to third base and diving in safely is Gonzalez. Indecision there from Mexico. I don't think the defense was ready for that. Rivera squares around and he'll reach base safely.
A good play by Estrada, and he turns, catches the runner Gonzalez, but his throw was to the fair side of the bag. If that throws to the foul side of the bag, Rodriguez is probably able to, if he fields it cleanly, able to make a tag and get it out, but because it was on the inside of the line, that gave Gonzalez the chance to get into foul territory and get the hand in on the outside of the bag.
Yeah, that bunt came hard off the bat too. Estrada with a good play. He's taking off for second now is Rivera, and he'll be in there standing up without a throw as they hold Gonzalez at third. Two runners in scoring position now for Texas. Top of the third inning. In a scoreless ball game, one out. Jose Gutierrez at the plate. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, evens up the count. Gutierrez grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. Estrada with a deep breath there, pitching from the stretch, the 1-1 delivery. Bouncer up the middle off the glove of Estrada, and reaching home to score is Gonzalez. Texas takes a 1-0 lead as Gutierrez reaches first without a throw. A hard comebacker right to Estrada. Good job by him to just knock it down.
And if he fields it cleanly, he has a chance to hold the runners and then probably get it out at first. Not sure how far Gonzalez was off of third. I don't think it was that much. And unfortunately for Mexico, the ball kind of died in the grass there on the third base side behind the mound.
Brings up Valderas. Takes a look at ball one. Gutierrez takes second, standing up without a throw there. So still two runners in scoring position for Brownsville, Texas. Top of the third inning, now leading 1-0 with one down. Valderas at the plate, the 1-0 delivery. Breaking ball was low and in the dirt. Valderas looking for his first hit of the game. 2-0 pitch. This one skied up to the second baseman, Barriga, who will plant underneath it and make that grab. 2 outs.
Number 17, Christopher Salcedo.
Valderas just getting underneath that one for the infield pop out. And we'll have a meeting here for Mexico on the mound as the coach will come out. 2 outs in the inning. Pruneda led things off with a ground out. With 1 out, Gonzalez singled. Juan Rivera reaching on the fielder's choice to put runners on first and third. That was the squeeze play. Gutierrez then with the single that brought Gonzalez home to make it 1-0. Gutierrez stealing second, moving Rivera over to third on his single to put runners on second and third base. Earlier today, Chinese Taipei with a 4-0 win over Youngstown, Ohio. Chinese Taipei still in the winner's bracket. They will play Dominican Republic later. Also, Mexico playing its second game of the day, losing to Long Beach, California 8-2 earlier. And so Yaguate, Dominican Republic beat Youngstown, Ohio 11-6. Again, all of these are 5-inning games because of the weather. See the Dominican Republic just hanging out up in the grass, ready to play Chinese Taipei. That game scheduled to start around 5 o'clock. And for Christopher Sauceda, they will intentionally walk him to load the bases for the force out. It brings up Damian Cortez. 2 outs, top of the third inning. Brownsville, Texas with the bases juiced and a 1-0 lead. First pitch to Cortez, ball outside. Cortez grounded into a double play his first time at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Cortez looks at ball 2. We saw one grand slam earlier today, just in the last ball game. 47th grand slam in World Series history. We had 2 last year. 2-0 pitch, line drive into right field. This will get down for a base hit. Rivera will score. Gutierrez rounds third. He will come across the plate. A 2 RBI double for Damian Cortez. And now with the ball dropped, another run's going to come across, diving into third. Tagged out is Cortez, trying to get an extra base, but he brings 3 runs across. 3 runs on 3 hits, and nobody left on. Cortez stroked that one right into right field and gives Brownsville, Texas a big old lead. We've played 2.5 here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. It's Brownsville, Texas 4, Mexico nothing at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Kick off the fall season at the 48th Annual Washington and Greene Counties Covered Bridge Festival, presented by EQT, September 15th and 16th. Held at 10 locations featuring a variety of craft and food vendors, historical reenactments, and entertainment. But the celebration just starts here. We have something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Why don't you make a weekend of it? Plan your stay today at visitwashingtoncountypa.com and see what you've been missing.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by C. Harper, by AHN Sports Performance, and by Slovenian Savings and Loan.
Mexico now trailing Brownsville, Texas 4-0. Texas puts up 4 runs in the top half of the 3rd inning. Mexico looking to answer now. The 8, 9, and 1 spots coming to the plate for Tijuana. By the way, Cortez in that last inning with that double, he will get credited for 2 RBIs. The last run
there was go ahead,
unearned on the air in the outfield.
Yeah, error charged to the right fielder on the throw. That was Mendoza. And then Barriga getting the out to at third base 4-5.
First pitch to Sepulveda is outside. A lefty batter here for Mexico. Did have a change defensively for Brownsville. Justin Duran enters the game in left field for Pruneda. 1-0 pitch is high here to Sepulveda. Glad to have you along here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series at Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington Park. Just about 40 minutes south of Pittsburgh. 2-0 pitch. Another ball called. Balderush trying to frame that one up.
You must drive very slowly.
What, 40 minutes?
Maybe to where you live.
No, it's about an hour from where I live. Oh, 3-0 pitch. Another ball and a 4-pitch walk issued to Sepulveda. Well, Mark, I've been in the car with you driving all across to cover different things for WJPA.
Yeah, where are you going?
I will say you don't drive as fast as Bob Gregg.
Well,
Bob Gregg,
Mario Andretti drives as fast as Bob does.
Bob Gregg, a member of WJPA as well as the president of World Series Tournaments Incorporated, that puts this whole thing on together here in Washington County. Has done a great job growing this tournament, bringing Dick's Sporting Goods on board, getting Pikewood Sports to broadcast all these games here. And we have to thank everybody back in the truck that's making this happen here on MLB.com. Pikewood Sports has been a tremendous addition to the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. It's not easy getting these jerseys all together. See them getting printed up. Thanks to our friends at Pikewood Sports for the footage of these teams. You see the Austrian team that was eliminated earlier in this season.
And thanks to Dick's Sporting Goods for providing the uniforms too.
All for free. Isn't that something? There's been a whole bunch of sponsors that makes this tournament happen. Our first pitch to Barriga is low and in the dirt. The player and coach caps donated by New Era. Rawlings donating the player helmets. Turfus Athletics for the field maintenance supplies. This field has been beautiful all week despite the weather. 1-0 pitch away to Barriga. That's 6 balls in a row thrown now by Cortez. Also the baseballs donated by Wilson. So it's been great for the sponsors here at the Pony League World Series. Nobody out for Mexico here. 2-0 pitch. Ball in the dirt again to Barriga. 7 balls in a row. Cortez having a hard time finding the strike zone now. And again, we're going to have a break in the action, as I believe.
Yeah, 30 pitches now for Damian Cortez.
Would need 1 day of rest.
Got a feeling we're going to see Sauceda.
And that's going to be it for Damian Cortez. 7 balls in a row thrown here by Cortez to start off the bottom of the 3rd inning. So he will come out of the ball game, and we'll see what the defensive changes are here for Brownsville, Texas. Pony League World Series has been around since 1952. They started doing this, and we call this field Lou Hayes Pony Field. Lou Hayes, the founder of Pony, stands for Protect Our Neighborhood's Youth back then. Now it's Protect Our Nation's Youth, as the organization grew to be a worldwide baseball organization. And a team from Texas won that first Pony League World Series back in '52, and we've been rolling with it ever since. Countries have been here from all over the world, and it's pretty fun to have them right here in Washington, Mark.
Well, you know, and it sounds obvious now when you think about it, but Lou Hayes had the idea, well, why does baseball have to end for young players after Little League? So was his idea to start pony baseball here in Washington, PA.
Really did grow for 13 and 14-year-olds.
Great view of the field from high above here at Lou Hayes Pony Field inside of Washington Park.
It will be Sauceda who takes over. We have more games coming up for you later today. Chinese Taipei against the Dominican Republic in the winner's bracket. See the Dominican Republic hanging out underneath the trees, grabbing some shade as the clouds roll in. Beautiful pictures from high above Lou Hayes Pony Field here. Cortez moves over to first base now. 3 balls, no strikes, the count to Barriga, who's in the middle of the at-bat here as he faces the pitching change. Sepulveda still at first base, who led off with a walk. 4-0 lead for Texas. Called strike to Barriga. And Sauceda, walk over, he touches the dirt. Likes to take his time between pitches. 3 balls, 1 strike the count now to Barriga. From the stretch, called strike 2. Sauceda, so far in this tournament, has pitched 3 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits in that time of the mound. Payoff pitch now to Barriga. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sauceda comes in, and after Cortez gave up 3 straight balls, Sauceda comes back with 3 straight strikes. Just blew that one by Barriga. 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. As back to the top of the order now for Mexico, it's Manuel Estrada. Estrada fouls one off down the right field line. Into the hill. Great catch by that young fan. On the run. Maybe we'll see him in the Pony League World Series someday. Sepulveda gets his lead. Sauceda from the stretch. Sauceda, lefty, shakes off a pitch or 2, and then time called. Winner of this game will move on to face Long Beach, California later tonight. 0-1 pitch. Grounded foul towards the first base side. Long Beach, California already beating Mexico this morning 8-2 to stay unbeaten in tournament play. This is an elimination game. Winner of this one will take on Long Beach and would have to beat Long Beach twice to advance to the championship game tomorrow night. A win tonight and a win tomorrow and an if necessary game. 0-2 pitch now to Estrada is a fly ball into right field, and it's caught by Gonzalez for the 2nd out of the inning.
Ball hit right on the button by Estrada. Just a sinking liner right at Gonzalez in right field. Didn't maybe had him take a step or 2 in and to his left, but he was right there.
Mexico now with 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Sepulveda still at first base, trailing Brownsville, Texas 4-0 in this elimination game. Roberto Cardona now at the plate. He struck out his first time up. And the lefty Sauceda will throw it over to first base to keep Sepulveda honest. He's back in standing up. Cardona waits his first pitch. Line drive, beautiful diving catch by the first baseman, Cortez. And that ends the inning. What a defensive stop there by Cortez after coming off the mound. Mexico gets a walk, but they leave him stranded in the bottom of the 3rd. We play 3 here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. It's Texas 4, Mexico nothing.
For 35 years, the C. Harper name has stood for more than just an honest deal on a good car. It has stood for family. With his wife Cheryl, Casey Harper has nurtured the business to become one of the largest in the region. Children Casey Jr. and Cassandra, son-in-law Bill, and grandson Cassius are all part of the team, along with the devoted staff and lifelong customers who we consider family too. For 35 years, this has been our life. We thank you, our customers, for making it part of yours.
Sheets, feel the love.
In 1950. 52, right up through this year's championship. WJPA Radios covered the action, capturing each thrilling win and every agonizing defeat. Broadcast available online and mobile devices too. Follow it live.
Just leading Mexico 4-0 as the team from Texas will come to the plate in the top of the 4th inning. Again, we're just playing 5 innings and a beautiful diving stop by Cortez at first base to end that last one. How about in that inning? We started it off with Cortez on the mound. He threw 7 straight balls. Sauceda came in, threw 7 straight strikes to end the inning. Cantu now bounces one to the left side, and it's booted off a bad hop by the shortstop Cardona, and Cantu reaches.
Yeah, well, the second time Cantu has reached on an error charge to Cardona, but this one he was expecting a low hop. You'll see it again come up a little higher than he expected and off his glove into shallow center field.
That is the 5th error of the game. Charged to Mexico. We're going to have pinch hitter here for Brownsville. It's Annie Rivera.
Annie Rivera.
Rivera will bat for Alvarado. First pitch, tries to get the bunt down, but it's foul. We were talking in the first game we saw Texas that we believe Annie Rivera is the first female, the first girl to play in the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Yeah, first game I believe she just played defensively, but played against Washington. This, I think, her second plate appearance, maybe third, and she pitched a couple of innings against Washington County as well.
Pitch out as Cantu is thinking about taking off to second. Now he's in a rundown. And Cantu tagged out. Can't get back to first. Smart play there by Mexico to pitch out, and they caught Cantu. See the throw down to first.
So it goes 2-3-6 on the out.
And Sepulveda actually had to switch his glove. He had a broken glove. That was the delay to start the inning. He had a broken glove. So 1 out now with the bases empty for Rivera. Two balls, 1 strike the count. Brownsville, Texas leading 4-0. Ball thrown to Rivera here. And that replacement glove for Sepulveda is actually a glove from Brownsville, Texas. How about that?
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure if the player from Brownsville was just doing the other team a favor by taking their glove out to them.
Payoff pitch is low, and Rivera is walked. She's aboard. 1 out with a runner at first now for Texas. It'll be Duran batting.
Second walk given up by Estrada.
Duran came in defensively for Pruneda.
Going to get a runner for Rivera.
And Annie Rivera autographing some baseballs as the first female to participate in the Pony League World Series. And we will have a pinch runner for it. Checking into the game is Adrian Garcia. So Garcia will run at first. And there is some rain falling on the field, Mark. Duran squares around and gets the bunt down just to the left of the pitcher's mound. Estrada picks it up, fires it to first. It's a sacrifice bunt for Duran. That will move Garcia to second base. Good bunt.
Number 7, Rudy Gonzalez.
Good barehanded play by Estrada, and took the only play he had.
So 2 outs with a runner in scoring position now for Texas, already leading 4-0. Top of the 4th inning.
Now hopefully this is just a minor shower, similar to what we had earlier in the day.
Well, the Dominican team was hanging out under the trees. They're going to head for shelter, I believe, up there in right field. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed there by Gonzalez.
Well, given some of the lightning that we saw yesterday, you do not want to be anywhere underneath a tree.
Good delivery inside by Estrada. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Estrada is outside. 2 balls and a strike. We knew that rain would be in the area today. We've already had to move these games to 5-inning games because of the fits that the weather has given us over the course of the weekend and into the early parts of this week. 2-1 pitch fouled away. 6 games on tap today. This is game number 4. Earlier today, Chinese Taipei defeating Youngstown 4-0. Long Beach has already defeated Mexico earlier today 8-2. An 11-6 win for the Dominican Republic over Youngstown. Still today, Chinese Taipei and the Dominican Republic. Fly ball into center field, and that will retire Gonzalez and end the top of the 4th. A walk, an error, a pickoff, 1 left on. Still Brownsville, Texas, leading Mexico 4-0 here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
If I just had a Dunkin' Run snack, I could probably think my way out of this. Okay, think.
The Dunkin' Run menu. Delicious $2 afternoon snacks.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
Wonderful history here in Washington County. The Meadowcroft Rock Shelter and Historic Village relives 16,000 years of history in one day at the site of the oldest evidence of human existence in North America. And the Pennsylvania Trolley Museum, over 50 restored and antique trolley rides. Washington County, home to pony baseball and softball world headquarters.
Starting to rain here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, trying to get through this little burst of weather. A 4-0 lead for Brownsville, Texas, as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, we're only playing 5 innings. And here to take us the rest of the way is the voice of the Pony League World Series, Mr. Mark Uriah.
Thank you, Nate. And note defensively, Adrian Garcia stays in the game to play second base. And Christopher Sauceda, with the rain starting to come down, we stopped, and I thought we were good, and now it comes down again, and coming down a little bit harder as Alberto Mendoza leads off the bottom of the 4th inning here for Tijuana. They are down 4-0. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch from Sauceda near the outside corner. And they're going to bring the players off the field here. Glad you're with us on 1450 AM WJPA Washington. And those of you watching the video stream at plws.org and MLB.com. Thanks to our great crew at Pikewood Sports helping us bring you that end of it. And we're going to go into a weather delay here with Brownsville, Texas leading Tijuana, Mexico 4-0. We'll take a short pause here, come back, give you a scoring recap, and hopefully by then the rain will ease up, although the tarps are coming out for home plate and pitcher's mound. But quick pause here, and then we'll be back and recap the scoring for you. We're just about ready to resume action here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Mark Uriah, Nate Rigotti with you. There was a distant lightning strike, which was the reason we stopped play earlier. I did not see it, but the third base umpire did notice that. And that's Federation rules. Player and fan safety is top priority. And anytime you see lightning, you got to get the players off the field and wait 30 minutes after the last lightning strike that you see. So all good now, and we're just about ready to get back to action with Brownsville, Texas leading Mexico 4-0, with Mexico batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, these are 5-inning games today because of the shortened schedule, thanks to the rain that we had last night that kept us from getting all 4 games in last night, so trying to play 6 today at 5 innings apiece. So this game and 2 more to follow, and we'll be resuming action here momentarily.
Yeah, Christopher Sauceda still on the mound, coming in relief last inning in the 3rd. And we'll have Alberto Mendoza at the plate here for Mexico, who has an 0-1 count against him. He had 1 pitch thrown here in this 4th inning.
Bottom of the 4th inning, nobody on, no outs.
It'll delay us a little bit for the rest of the day, but
no balls, 1 strike.
that delay is nothing compared to what we've seen over the weekend and through the early course of this week, no doubt.
Alberto Mendoza saw 1 pitch in the bottom of the 4th inning before the weather delay, so Mendoza steps in with 1 strike. Back to action here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sauceda for Brownsville, Texas delivers, and a curveball.
Beautiful breaking ball there from Sauceda to get this game back underway.
Mendoza, big swing and a miss. So Sauceda, the left-hander, with the 0-2. Swing and a miss, same pitch, same result. Pitch in the dirt. Catcher Balderas throws it over the head of Cortez and down the right field line, but now the home plate umpire says out. Try to get another look at that.
Well, it looked like Balderas was off kilter anyway because he didn't realize that there were 2 strikes.
And maybe he caught the ball and lost the ball, dropped it on the transfer. We'll get another look at it here on the video stream.
Oh, he caught it.
Yeah.
Caught it between his legs. Are you kidding me?
He juggled it and then squeezed it between his legs, and ball never did hit the ground, so it is a strikeout.
Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Way to complete the strikeout.
Yeah, it's a good thing because Balderas threw it down the right field line. First pitch, a strike to Ernesto Lopez, doubled in the 2nd inning and was picked off second base. One strike pitch on the way as the rain starts to fall again.
Umpire calling time, no pitch there.
You got a pitcher warming up down in the bullpen for Mexico.
They didn't have the protector down there, setting the protector down in the bullpen. See the guy there with his helmet on and the glove, making sure the foul ball or any throw doesn't come back there and throw the pitcher who's not paying attention.
1 strike pitch to Lopez now. Curveball started outside and stayed there. Military and First Responders Appreciation Night tonight here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Lopez fouls off the 1-2 pitch.
Good thing we have these Dick's Sporting Goods tents placed everywhere. Everybody hanging out underneath those, out of the rain.
Ernesto Lopez waiting on another 1-2 pitch. Sauceda delivers. Curveball just missed the outside corner.
Again, we're playing just 5 innings because of the weather-shortened tournament, cutting 2 innings off of this. So Mexico's got to get these runs early. I mean, you just don't have 7 innings to play with. You only have 5.
Ball hit on the ground to the right side. Garcia gobbles it up, throws to first for the 2nd out of the inning. And really 2 outs, bases empty. If you're Mexico, if you don't get anything here, you're going to be down at least 4-0 coming to your last at bat.
And Brownsville having a chance to add some runs on in the top half of the 5th.
Ivan Rodriguez, the batter, walked his first time up.
And we saw, at least on the first night, Mark, or the first day, Saturday after Friday was rained out, how many games went into extra innings and things like that with late game scoring in the 7th.
That's why it's hard to get 6 games in one day, even at 5 innings apiece. You can get a game where both teams score a lot of runs or extra innings. Rain, a lot of different things. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Rodriguez and a good low fastball there from Sauceda. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He reached back to deliver that one. It came with a good amount of speed. Blew that one past Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the home run derby champion. on Friday.
1-1 pitch misses.
Rodriguez in the first round hit 3, 2 in the second, 2 in the championship.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the 4th inning. Sauceda's delivery just misses. Four runs for Brownsville, all coming in the top of the 3rd inning. Sauceda trying to keep Mexico off the board. 3-1 pitch. Misses outside, so a 2-out walk. Second time Rodriguez has walked in the game. First walk for Sauceda since entering the game. Clearly off the plate outside.
I believe we might have a pinch hitter here. Some delay in getting a Mexico player to the plate.
Hector Martinez is the scheduled hitter.
Now he'll stay in there. That is Martinez.
Reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Rodriguez, the runner at first with 2 down. Sauceda's first pitch to Martinez, fouled off first base side.
And if you're Mexico, too, you're getting into the bottom half of your lineup. You're only 1 out away and in the bottom of the 5th, and you're going to be in the bottom half of your starting lineup. Martinez batting in the 6th spot here.
One strike to Martinez as Sauceda delivers. Missed downstairs. Rain appears to be easing up just a little.
Still coming down, but not hard. No lightning, so that's good. We'll keep on playing.
Easy for you to say. We're up here. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Martinez out in front. Good pitch right around the outside corner. Rodriguez not getting a big lead off of first. Sauceda's 1-2 pitch. Curveball just missed again.
Good breaking ball, just left it off the outside of the plate here to Martinez.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rodriguez, the runner at first. Sauceda looks that way, now delivers. Fouled straight back.
Sauceda does like to take his time off the mound. You'll see him reach down and put some dirt on his hands, and takes plenty of time to get back to the rubber.
Martinez waiting on another 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball again, located near that outside corner. Martinez down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Sauceda. A walk, a runner left on in the bottom of the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. Brownsville, Texas leading Tijuana, Mexico 4-0 here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
As a mother of 3, I've seen the positive impact sports have on kids. At Dick's Sporting Goods, we believe everyone should have the chance to play. And if cost ever gets in the way, that goes against everything we believe. If you find a lower price from a competitor, we'll match it with our best price guarantee. Because it's not enough to offer you the best gear. We need to offer it at the best price.
This is a facility that was literally built brick by brick. Footage from the 1950s as Lou Hayes Pony Field was constructed here in Washington, Pennsylvania, and through the years, it has been the home to Pony League World Series championship play, and obviously through the years, expansions, additions, and the field today looks absolutely gorgeous.
Pitching change for Mexico as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It's Aldrich Leon. Manuel Estrada, who is pitching, goes to third. Roberto Cardona out of the game, so Leon goes in Cardona's spot, the number 2 spot in the batting order.
Leading off Brownsville in the 5th.
Estrada goes 4 innings, allowing 4 runs, 3 of them earned. No strikeouts and walked 1.
So Juan Rivera to lead it off for Brownsville, Texas here in the top of the 5th inning. They lead it 4-0. First pitch strike.
Five errors in this game defensively for Mexico.
1 strike pitch. Ball hit well, but that one going to get out of play down the right field line.
2 of those errors in the first inning, and then 1 in each of the next 3.
Juan Rivera has reached base twice in this game, both times on a fielder's choice. Has scored a run. Rodriguez looking for the bunt at third. Even with an 0-2 pitch coming. Pitch is upstairs.
This is the first time we've seen Leon on the mound as well for Mexico.
The right-hander with a 1-2 pitch. Tapped foul, third base side.
The Dominican Republic coming up next, taking on Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei trying to clinch its spot in the championship game tomorrow night with a win. Dominican Republic trying to force an if-necessary game tomorrow.
And that is an intriguing matchup given the way that Chinese Taipei has pitched in this tournament and the way the Dominican Republic has hit. Another ball tapped foul, 1-2.
Dominican Republic on pace to set the Pony League World Series record for runs scored in the series. And they're in the losers bracket. They haven't even reached the championship game, and they're already ready to set a run scored record in an entire tournament.
24 in one game helps that cause.
Yeah, that absolutely does. This an elimination game as well. Winner here will move on to take on Long Beach in our nightcap.
Rivera had asked for time. Now he's ready. Another 1-2 pitch. Comebacker underneath the glove of Leon, but the second baseman Barriga has it. Throws to first, and Rivera is retired.
Rivera kind of gave up on it, too. He didn't run that one out. He stopped before the bag. You never know when there's going to be a bad throw.
I will say Barriga is very slick fielding at second base, but you should never assume, that's for sure. Jose Gutierrez, the batter, 1 for 2. Single, drove in a run, and scored one back in the 3rd inning. Looks like the rain has stopped. Leon, the first pitch to Gutierrez. Tried to hold up on the swing, but went around for strike 1.
Gutierrez now with 7 RBIs throughout this tournament. It's the most on his team.
Leon winds and delivers. Curveball drops in, called strike.
Good movement on that ball to catch the outer edge.
Oh, 0-2 to Jose Gutierrez of Brownsville, Texas. Leon took some time there getting the sign. Gutierrez asks for time.
Got the ponchos out here at Lou Hayes Pony Field.
Now Gutierrez gets the 0-2 pitch and fouls it out of play.
50-50 tickets, 50-50 tickets, $95 to the winner. 4-8-1-2-9-8.
4 runs, 4 hits for Brownsville, Texas. No runs, 5 hits for Mexico. And as Nate mentioned, 5 errors for Mexico in this game. Survived 2 of them in the first and 1 in the second without any damage. And really only 1 has resulted in a run, the 4th run of the game. Pitch in the dirt, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, quite interesting that 5 errors in the game and only 1 unearned run allowed across. Made up for it in the first inning. The pickoff. 1 came with 2 outs. Mexico's been able to come back from those, all with the exception of in the 3rd inning.
Another 1-2 to Gutierrez. Taps it foul off the plate and then off his body.
Came up and hit his shin, I believe, while he was still in the batter's box, so that's a dead ball. Last time a Texas team won the Pony League World Series was 2011 when Laredo, Texas did it. Mexico's only championship came back in 1972 when Monterrey claimed the crown.
1-2 fastball is up high.
Way to work, baby.
Gutierrez making Leon work here. He's fouled off a number of 2-strike pitches. Leon delivers, swing and a miss. Tied Gutierrez up inside. 2nd down of the inning. Curveball with a big drop at the end.
Catcher number 29, Luis Valderas.
These 2 teams played earlier in this Pony League World Series. A 3-1 win for Mexico on the opening day.
Luis Valderas, the batter, takes a strike. He's 0 for 2.
Texas was forced into the losers bracket, had to beat Washington County, then the Bronx to get here.
1-strike pitch, swing and a miss.
Chase one just a bit outside. Good movement on that ball there from Leon.
Valderas behind, no balls, 2 strikes. The righty Leon with the pitch. Chopped to short. Estrada fields it on the move, throws to first. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th inning. Last chance for Mexico heading to the bottom of the 5th. They trail Brownsville, Texas 4-0 here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
If you love a good county fair, the West Alexander Fair is a must. September 3rd to the 8th, we'll be wrecking cars at the Demolition Derby, showcasing animals, judging baked goods, enjoying food, music, and more. It's a week where the world stops for a little old-fashioned fun, but the party just starts here. We have something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Why don't you make a weekend of it? Plan your stay today at visitwashingtoncountypa.com and see what you've been missing.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Dunkin' Donuts, by California University of Pennsylvania, by ANSYS, by West Banco, and by UPMC.
Bottom 3rd of the order for Mexico. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, they need 4 to tie.
Bringing up the Tijuana 5th, number 47,
David Gomez will lead it off. He flied to center field his first time up.
We'll have some substitutions too at the plate after Gomez. Valenzuela and Ortiz both scheduled to bat now in the 8 and 9 spots. Sauceda on the mound, has been in a groove since he came into the game back in the 3rd inning. The starter, Cortez, gave up a leadoff 4-pitch walk, then threw 3 straight balls, then to the 9-spot batter, Barriga. And Sauceda came in and threw 7 straight strikes to get out of that inning and not allow a run for Mexico in the 3rd.
David Gomez steps in, takes a fastball outside from Sauceda.
Since coming in, has not allowed a hit. He's only walked 1, struck out 3.
Sauceda, the left-hander, delivers. Fastball, good pitch at the knees near the outside edge for a strike, 1-1. Brownsville trying to avenge a loss to Mexico back on Saturday and eliminate the team from Tijuana. 1-1 pitch, grounded to the right side. Cortez has it, stumbles, but still will beat Gomez to the bag for the first out of the inning.
Good thing he kept his footing there. He came up and he was determined. He was going back to the bag himself. And he came up from picking that ball up. He goes down to scoop it up and comes with so much momentum, he almost slipped. If he would have slipped, chance for Gomez to get there. But he does finish the out.
Juan Valenzuela will bat. Valenzuela just 1 plate appearance in the series. He's 0 for 1. Right-handed hitter. He takes a fastball for ball 1. Christopher Sauceda, the left-hander, with the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside again. Winner of this game comes back tonight. Scheduled start time is 7 o'clock against Long Beach.
I think we're about running a half hour behind now, Mark, due to that weather delay. Sounds like our next game is going to play at 5:30.
Called strike on the outside corner to Valenzuela. 2-1. That next game will be Chinese Taipei against the Dominican Republic. 2-1 pitch. Valenzuela swings and misses. Big cut at the fastball.
50-50, 481-298. 50 tickets, 481-298.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Top of the 5th inning. All games today, 5 innings. Trying to get 6 games in here today. Hard hit grounder. Nice hop, though, for Cortez. He'll step on the bag at first for the 2nd out of the inning. And that will bring up Ruben Ortiz. He'll bat for Isaac Barriga. Ortiz 1 for 2 in the series. Has scored a run. Swings and misses late on the Sauceda fastball.
Ortiz batting in the 9 spot now as Mexico's down to its final out. Again, only playing 5 innings because of the weather this week. Trying to play 6 5-inning games today.
Curveball stays inside. Left-handed hitting Ortiz has to duck underneath it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Congratulations to Jane Worthington of McDonald, PA. Winner of the 50-50, $95. Jane Worthington of McDonald.
1450 AM, WJPA Washington, bringing you the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Another fastball from Sauceda. Up in the zone that time.
Behind it. He's trying to go upstairs with it.
And Ortiz has been late on that fastball with his 2 swings. See what Sauceda comes up with here. Called strike 3, the fastball on the outside corner. And that will end the ball game. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 5th. Final score, Brownsville, Texas eliminates Mexico. Mexico beat Brownsville Saturday 3-1, but Brownsville comes back to win here 4-0 today, and Brownsville stays alive here in the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
4 hits, no errors, 3 runners left.
I tell my patients often, in orthopedics, you don't want to be an interesting case, but if you are, you want to get your care right here. With foot and ankle surgery, the goal is really to get people back moving. And most importantly, I want to get you back permanently, not just once and then all of a sudden you're injured again. UPMC has a comprehensive care delivery model across the entire treatment span, from rehabilitation all the way through rehab. We have everything the patient would need to get better. My name is Dr. McAllis Hogan, and I choose to practice orthopedic surgery at UPMC.